Hi there. Welcome to Charter Local Edition Northwest. I'm Dana Cowley, and today our team is in Florence, Oregon, and we're covering the 2014 Coastal Economic Summit. My guest today is State Senator Arnie Roblan. Thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me. It's great to be here.
You're really one of the reasons this all started 3 years ago.
Yeah, I had the opportunity when I was one of the co-speakers of the Oregon House to go to a leadership conference in UCLA, and came back and had a little brochure from it and a little notebook and shared that with my staff, and they said, we should do something like this on the coast because we need to have a conversation with the coast people about the economy. And we started looking into it, and we found out, yeah, our economy was probably as bad as any place in the state, and the economy was coming back after the recession in the valley and along the Columbia, but it wasn't coming back on the coast. So what could we do? And so in talking to local people, it was, they didn't really get to see the statewide people and the agency people and all when they needed to. It was just harder to get back and forth. And so that was the mental inception of this whole idea.
Well, now we're into it 3 years. It grows every year. This year you have about 300 people making those network connections. What do you want this to grow into in the future?
Yeah, it's really hard to know, but we're happy. The size today was just about perfect, 300. I don't know that we can handle a whole lot more, though the reality is at any one time sitting there listening, there probably aren't 300, because you're right. In the hallways, there's lots of business taking place that happens because you have an opportunity for coastal people, and they're thinking about some of the opportunities that are in their community, and all of a sudden they see a state agency person, or they see another mayor, or they see another county commissioner that they needed to talk to and they hadn't been able to, and now I go grab that person and we go, or they have a panel go up on the stage and they talk, and at the end of the panel the person says, that's what I needed to know about, and so they go up and catch them as they're getting off the stage and go out and talk for a little while, and they exchange numbers and get information so that they know how to communicate more directly. It makes that bigger network, and that's how we make things grow in our country and in our state and on our community and in our coast. So it's pretty exciting to watch it happen, and it's been a lot of fun this session, this particular term. And everybody has said, it gets better every year.
Oh,
what are you going to do next?
You
and
must be proud of that.
I'm very proud, and I'm mostly proud of my staff. I don't know, you know Rosie, and she has done an amazing job of listening to the people as we go around in our communities up and down the coast. And my district goes from Coos Bay to Tillamook Bay, so I've got 200 miles of the coast. So I get a lot of interactions with those small communities and the big communities about what's going on. And Rosie takes all that and starts thinking, what would they need to know about most? And then we go and talk to some of these people and say, what would you be most interested in? And so a lot of the panels you're seeing today came from those conversations.
So that's how you get your themes. This year's theme, emergency preparedness, and it comes from talking to the people from the past years.
We have been spending a lot of time on emergency preparedness and the tsunami event and the earthquake event that will happen at some point. But each community does it its own way, and they're having problems figuring out how do we get the message out so people really understand, because it hasn't happened in our lifetime, and so how do we really get prepared? That was a big part of our early theme, and it's kind of going through how do we collaborate with each other, how do we make opportunities to help our constituents know how big this event will be when it happens.
And we have just time for one quick answer. What can we expect for next year?
More of the same. We'll keep talking to people and trying to figure out what it is that they think is the most important. And so if there's emerging things that happen in this next session that need to be explained, if there are opportunities that come about, we're going to introduce those and put them into panels and make things so that it continues to be alive and growing each year, and people come back for more and want to say, and at the end of the day they say, there was just too much, my mind is going to explode, rather than saying I was just bored. So our goal is to keep the mind going.
Well, Senator, thank you. Appreciate you being here, and thank you for all your hard work. And thank you for watching. This is Charter Local Edition Northwest. I'm Dana Cowley.